Oh, what a lovely Labor Day, and welcome back to the Backed by Bone podcast. This is episode number 14. It is Monday, September 5th, 2022. How the fuck are you doing? About to crack open a beverage here. Ooh, baby. Hope you guys can hear that. God damn. Switching it up today, drinking a Monster energy drink. Zero sugar, of course. What flavor is this? Ultra Gold. Give you guys first takes on this. Smells pretty good. Tastes pretty good too. It is pineapple flavored, so figured why the fuck not. But how the fuck you guys dying? It's Labor Day, and there are some guys working on the house next to me doing some window work. So hopefully you guys don't hear that, but it is what it is. So what is going on, guys? Again, another episode of Backed by Bone podcast. I am your host, Chris, not Christ, Chris, aka Don Burgundy on the internet. So let's dive right into it. First things first, as usual, we'll be talking UFC. Um, so I watched a good amount of this main card, and I kind of did some notes here on what happened with the main card. So quick breakdown is that this past weekend, September 3rd, it was UFC Fight Night Gane versus Tuivasa. It was in France as well, which is pretty fucking cool. First like major UFC card in France, so that's pretty historic. So cool. Excuse me. I'm trying to slam this energy drink. My God. All right, so first fight. Because I just went over the main card. So the first fight was the Nathaniel Wood Charles Jourdain fight, which is pretty good. So I kind of went round by round here. So round one, it was very competitive, but the round goes to Nathaniel Wood. Round two, not as competitive. Wood definitely pulled away on that one. And then round three was back to a competitive round, but Nathaniel Wood definitely controlled the round and just kind of dictated the pace. And I gave the fight to Nathaniel Wood, and lo and behold, he ended up winning by decision. So that's pretty cool. I think if I have the ability to, I'm gonna start doing breakdowns like this instead of just going through it and like kind of forgetting what happened. Whereas if I give like take a little bit of notes, I kind of remember more throughout the fight. And then fight two, which was William Gomez and Yarno Erens. I did not watch that fight, so we're skipping right past that one. So then fight three, which was Roman Kopylov and Alessio Di Chirico. Round one, kind of a boring fight. Kopylov landed better shots, but kind of just feeling each other out. Round two, it was pretty sloppy by both of them. They both looked like they had kind of emptied the gas tank in the first round, so it was a pretty sloppy second round. I couldn't tell you who won the second round because it looked pretty up in the air. And then round three, Kopylov wins by KO, which was a pretty nice KO. It was 1 minute and 9 seconds into the third round, so good for him. That was a middleweight fight, so I could definitely see this Roman Kopylov guy doing pretty well in the middleweights, but I think he just needs to figure everything out. You know what I mean? He's definitely got talent. He just needs to figure out the gas tank, the timing. And then I don't know if I really saw a lot of his. I didn't see a lot of his wrestling or like jujitsu or anything like that in the fight, so that is to be determined. And then I think we are on to fight numero four, which was Nasruddin Imavov and Joaquin Buckley. This is a pretty fun fight to watch. So round one, very competitive round, and then Imavov just kind of took the round late, so first round goes to him. Round two was very action-packed. Imavov takes it to the ground, and then he takes the round again. So um, first half of the round, very competitive, a lot of big shots, and then Imavov just kind of being a more cerebral fighter in this sense, took it to the ground, kind of dictated the pace, and then really, I think he ended the round on Joaquin Buckley's back. I'm not 100% sure. And then round three, Imavov quickly gets into the clinch at the beginning of the round and kind of wears Buckley down, hanging on him, making him carry his weight, stuff like that. And then Buckley comes out swinging wildly, landing some good shots, but close round. Um, I couldn't tell you who won the third round, but Imavov ends up winning by decision, which I thought was pretty on point. And then we had the Robert Whitaker Marvin Vettori fight, which lived up to the hype. I honestly thought this was the best fight on the card, and I'll get into that in a little bit. So round one, very close. They were just feeling each other out. I couldn't really tell you who took the first round because they didn't do a whole lot. They were just kind of going back and forth in terms of timing, stuff like that. And then round two, Bobby Knuckles, aka Robert Whitaker, such a good fucking nickname. Bobby connects with some good combos. He obviously has an advantage, hand speed and timing, and I gave the round to Robert Whitaker. Um, he looked like he had downloaded the data from round one, and then just really started putting on the pressure in round two, and then round three. Robert Whitaker just looking good and obviously has better cardio. Marvin Vettori just got gassed, it seemed, and then he ends up taking Marvin down and landing some heavy shots. And then I end up giving Robert the fight. And Robert Whitaker wins by decision. So I thought this was a really good fight. Robert Whitaker just showing why he is head and shoulders above a lot of the people in that middleweight division, um, and why he is, obviously ranked super high. And the only person he's really lost to was, I think, was Israel Adesanya. I don't know how many other losses he has. He's 25-6, and I don't know who else has beaten him, but um, yeah, he just looked like he had the advantage in the hand speed. He looks like he had the advantage in technique, and he just really had a good game plan coming to the fight. So I'm a big Robert Whitaker fan, real big Bobby Knuckles guy. So I want to see him fight again. And then we got onto the main card, which I will be completely honest, I kind of did not watch this fight. I had it on my phone while I was playing video games with my brother, and kind of fucked up not watching it. But it is what it is. Because the first couple rounds with that I saw, like, when I was just kind of, like, tuning in and out, were kinda boring, and then apparently Cyril Gane wins by TKO in the 3rd round with 4 minutes and 22 seconds into the 3rd round. I watched the highlight of it, um, and that looked like it was a pretty good knockout, but other than that, it was kinda boring. So, good for Cyril Gane. I wanted Tai Tuivasa to actually win, but, Cyril Gane wins, so good for him. So that's about it. We'll go on to the next big UFC card, which is Saturday, September 10th, which is the Hamzat Chimaev Nate Diaz fight. This is going to be a banger. I'm going to try and stay up for this whole thing, but it starts at 8 p.m. my time, so we will see what happens. Mm. Excuse me. First fight on the card is a light heavyweight bout between Johnny Walker and Ion Cutelaba. Pretty sure these guys were supposed to fight before and then something happened, but that's going to be a dope fight. And then the next is a women's bantamweight fight between Irene Aldana and Macy Chiasson. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch that fight. Probably not. They got a catchweight of Kevin Hall and Daniel Rodriguez. That's gonna be a fucking banger. Um, they made a welterweight fight between Li Jingliang and Tony Ferguson. Gonna be nasty. And then obviously the Hamzat and Nate Diaz fight. So keep an eye out for that. Um, Prelims, I don't really see anything on here that I care about. The one prelim fight that might be interesting is a heavyweight fight between Jake Collier and Chris Barnett. That might be interesting to watch. Early prelims, um, yeah, not seeing anything I really care about in there. And then after that is the UFC Fight Night, Corey Sandhagen versus Song Yadong. Gonna be another banger. Definitely keep an eye out for that. Some cool fights on that card. Um, but that is about it for the UFC. Next, we're going to go into the League of Legends update, which everybody fucking loves, but I love it, so I'm going to talk about it. Oh no, first I want to talk about the NFL first. Sorry, I'm sorry. NFL starts this fucking week. Can't wait. Super excited. Starts with this Thursday. It is the Bills versus the Rams. Gonna be a fucking dope game. Um, I want to see, what time does it start? My time. It starts at 6 my time, so I'll probably watch half of this game and then head to sleep. Um, I don't really want to stay up too late for these Thursday night games. I mean, it's a banger, but it is what it is. So that's gonna be sick. Week 1 games. Uh, Bills Rams. I think Bills win that. Eagles Lions, don't care. 49ers Bears. Niners win that game. Steelers Bengals. I think Bengals win that game. Patriots Dolphins. I wanna say the Patriots win, but I feel like at the beginning of the season, the Dolphins always had the Patriots number, so I'm gonna put the Dolphins here, even though I'm a Patriots fan, so it's kinda blasphemous, but whatever. Browns, Panthers, I have no fucking idea. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Colts, Texans, Colts win. Saints, Falcons, I wanna say the Saints. Ravens, Jets, I think the Ravens win. Jaguars and Commanders, I have no fucking idea. That's a toss-up to me. Packers, Vikings, you have to go Packers here. Um, Giants and Titans, I don't know if the Giants made a whole lot of fucking changes, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the Giants. Fuck it, why not? Raiders, Chargers, this is like a 50-50 to me. I think it might take a little time for Devontae Adams and Derek Carr to get on point and like on the same page. So I'm gonna go Chargers here. Chiefs, Cardinals, the probably one of the most exciting games of week one. Um, Fuck, I'm gonna go Chiefs. Yeah, and then we got Buccaneers Cowboys. I think the Bucks win, but would not be surprised if the Bucks drop this game just because I feel like they're like a slow starters team, but we'll see. And then Monday, that's the Sunday night game, which I think is just gonna be exciting regardless. And then we have the Monday night game, which is Broncos Seahawks. Kind of exciting here because it is in Seattle. It is what's his fucking name? Russell Wilson. It's Russell Wilson's first game on a new team, and they're against his old team that he's played for forever in Seattle. So that's gonna be kind of a banger. So keep an eye out for that, guys. It's gonna be dope. And then I'm gonna go into my fantasy football team, which I feel like I got kind of fucked. I got 11th pick out of 12 again. Last year, I'm pretty sure I had 12th or 10th or 11th pick, so kind of fucking sucks. But this is my roster that I've got. This is my starting roster that I'm going to play. So I got Patrick Mahomes, which is pretty fucking good. I got Devontae Adams, pretty good. AJ Brown, with a wide receiver from Philadelphia, which decent pick, I guess. I got Nick Chubb, the Cleveland running back. I think he's going to do some pretty decent work. Ellie Mitchell, the San Francisco running back, who actually got me a decent amount of points last year, so kind of hoping for him to pull through here. Cameron Brate is a Tampa Bay tight end. So for tight ends, I don't normally know who to pick, but I just try to think of teams who utilize tight ends a lot. Excuse me, teams who utilize tight ends a lot, and I think that Tom Brady is a guy who utilizes a tight end a lot, and now like Rob Gronkowski is out, he's gonna have this camera break guy try and slot in. So a lot of other teams don't really use tight ends for actual points, to use them for blocking shit like that. So we'll see. Then for my flex, I got Robert Woods, who's the wide receiver for Tennessee. I think he's going to pull in some points. And then on my for my kicker, I got Justin Tucker, the Baltimore kicker. He's nasty, so always going to have him. And then for my defense, I picked up the New England Patriots defense. And then on my bench, I got Aaron Rodgers for a quarterback. I think that's pretty fucking solid. Khalil Herbert, Chicago running back. I just needed a running back. I was like, fuck it. I think I'm gonna need to look out for some more running backs as well. Tyler Boyd, Cincinnati wide receiver. I think he's actually is a good pickup as well. Mo Alley Cox, the Indianapolis tight end. Um, I just need. I feel like I need another tight end because if I always need a backup, and if one gets hurt, throw the other one in. And I don't know. We'll see. I think he might do pretty good this year. And then for my backup kicker, I got Harrison Butker, which is the kicker for Kansas City. Definitely going to need him there. And then for my backup defense, I got the Buffalo defense. So for defense this year, I'm going, pretty heavy on the New England area, the Northeast. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, again, I don't expect to be doing pretty well this year, but I guess we'll see. I don't really fucking know. Again, like I kind of got shafted getting 11th pick, and a lot of good players and stuff like that were already picked by the time I got to even draft. So it is what it is. But we're doing it for fun. I think I got like 7th place last year, so excuse me. If I get 7th or better this year, I'll call it a win. But we'll see. If I even get to the playoffs this year, I think we'll call it a win. So, um, for my draft grade on Yahoo Sports, I got a C, which isn't very great, but fuck it, it is what it is. All right, so now we are going on to the LPL. The LPL playoffs just happened, and it was fucking insane. So much fun, so many game fives, so much parity. I think we have to go back to the 28th, I think. Let's take a look at this really quickly. Let's take a look at the bracket. Da, 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 da. So I think the last time I talked about this was the 28th or the 28th. So then last game that happened was that I talked about was the Top Esports EDG series. Top Esports kind of smacks them 3-0. And then Thursday, September 1st, it was that nasty fucking 5-game series between JDG and Top Esports, and JDG actually ended up getting the better of them. That was heralded as probably one of the best, if not the best, um, game fives. Actually, I think I need to go back a little bit further, don't I? I mean, I'll just go over the whole fucking playoff. I don't give a fuck. Um, So we'll start from round three. RNG ends up losing to EDG, the former world champions, and then LNG ends up beating V5 in a 5-game series, knocking them out, which is pretty fucking close. So it was a good series there for sure. And then round four, Top Esports beats EDG in a 5-game series. That was a banger as well. And then JDG 3-0s LNG pretty convincingly, no whatever. And then into the losers bracket, it was EDG beating LNG 3-1. Pretty fucking expected there. And then in the semifinals, Top Esports and JDG go all 5 games. JDG wins 3-2, and then Top Esports gets knocked down, and they play EDG. Jesus, they played EDG and they beat them 3-0 pretty fucking convincingly. And then again, we get the JDG Top Esports best of 5. JDG wins again 3-2. So if you want to see really fucking good League of Legends, watch those two best of 5s of the semifinals and the finals between JDG and Top Esports. I might just honestly watch it again later today just to fucking refresh my memory. But um, two of the best teams in the world, I would say two of the top 4 teams in the world right now. So I think top 4 teams in the world would be Gen G, JDG, Top Esports, and then I don't really know who I put in that 4th spot. So I'll leave that up for now. But definitely fucking dope to watch. And then we had the regional finals. So this is to determine the last 2 places for Worlds this year. For round one, EDG ended up beating RNG in a 5-game series. Pretty good fucking series to watch. I would go back and watch this again as well if you want to watch some good League of Legends. And then LNG ends up beating V5 3-1. Kind of surprising here, but I mean, B just could not be denied, and he really wanted to fucking go to Worlds. And then so for the last game of the LPL regular season and playoffs was RNG versus LNG, and it did not fucking disappoint. So RNG got up early, 2 games, got up 2 games early. Looked like it was going to be a 3-0, and then B just could not fucking be denied. He just kept coming back every single fucking game, and they won 2 games in a row. Almost completed the reverse sweep, but RNG ended up winning it out to go to Worlds, which is this is like the what do you call it? The result This is the result I was looking for in terms of teams going to Worlds from the LPL. Um, I think I definitely like. I wasn't really high on JDG, but whatever. I mean, they're obviously a fucking amazing team. I was just kind of like, I'd rather see V5 go because I like Rookie better, but JDG just playing better. So the 4 teams from the LPL are JDG, Top Esports, Edward Gaming, and RNG in that order, and that is fucking scary. Um, I don't know who's gonna beat these guys. They all look really fucking nasty. So I just think it's cool that EDG, the world champion from last year, is going again, and RNG, the MSI champion from this year, are showing up at Worlds. But they don't even look like the best teams in the LPL. JDG and Top Esports looks head and shoulders above both of them. So that just goes to show how competitive the LPL is. Excuse me. got a dry throat. Um, but yeah, so I mean, LPL super exciting. Can't wait for Worlds to start. Gonna be a fucking banger. And then we are getting into the LCK. So they just had the qualification matches for Worlds, and the teams who qualified were Damwon Gaming. They 3-1 Sandbox. Nothing super crazy here in terms of team comps, I don't think. Yeah, but I like seeing Damwon going back to Worlds because I'm a Canyon fan and I like Showmaker, so definitely cool to see. Can't wait to see them against some international competition. And then DRX beat KT Rolster in a 5-game series. And then for the last qualification match, DRX ended up beating Sandbox in a 5-game series. I thought Sandbox was going to win. I kind of wanted Sandbox to go instead of DRX, but I mean, DRX has like some cool names like Deft and Barrel, so um, it'd be cool to see them play at the international stage. So the 4 teams from the LCK are going to be Gen G, T1, Damwon, and DRX. I think Gen G looks head and shoulders above the rest, and then T1, Damwon, and DRX just kind of look like good, obviously, but like it's kind of varying. So I think I'd like to see. Can't wait to see Gen G play against some of these top LPL teams. And then for the LEC, which still isn't over yet, but we have a couple more games to be played to determine who wins that. But the playoffs for the LEC have been actually pretty hyped, so I've been enjoying those. So um, let's go back here. So Fnatic ended up 3-0ing Misfits to actually make it to Worlds. So Fnatic started in the losers bracket. They beat XL in a 5-game series, pretty close series, pretty hype. And then if the next round was Misfits versus Fnatic, and whoever won that was going to take the last world spot, and then Fnatic decisively comes out and 3-0s them, and then Fnatic goes on to play Mad Lions, beats them 3-1 pretty decisively. I thought Mad Lions was a better team. I thought they were going to win, but I guess not. I mean, Mad Lions are still going to Worlds, so I can't wait to see them at Worlds. And then the next round was G2 versus Rogue, and G2 3-0s Rogue, absolutely claps them. I was watching this game while I was watching this series while I was out getting a haircut and traveling around and shit like that when I went to that farmer's market and stuff like that. But G2 absolutely fucking shit stomped them. It was not fucking close. The games were exciting though, don't get me wrong. So then the next round is going to be Rogue versus Fnatic. Fnatic has really been ramping up this whole playoffs. So far they've played 5, 8, 12 games so far this playoffs because it's they played 5 games there, 3 games there, 4 games, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So now they're going to be playing Rogue. I would not be surprised if Fnatic wins this series. I'm going to put it Fnatic 3-2 right now, and then Fnatic plays G2 in the finals, and then in the finals G2 wins 3-0. That's my prediction. But we will see. I think I would not be surprised if Rogue beat the shit out of them though. But we'll see. So the 4 teams that are going to Worlds from the LEC are G2, Rogue, Fnatic, and Mad Lions. The placements have still not been completely set yet. Mad Lions is set in that 4th place spot, but 1 through 3 are not set yet. If I had to guess, I would say it would be G2, Fnatic, Rogue in that order. Pretty excited to see these teams play um, at the international stage. I don't expect any of them really to get past the best of 5 stage. I think 1 or 2 of them will make it into the knockout stage after the groups. So like they'll get like out of groups and then go into the knockout stage. But I think like 1 or 2 of them. I think the ones with the best shot would probably be Fnatic um, and G2, depending on what groups they get, which is always exciting to see who gets screwed into the groups. But yeah, so then we're on to the LCS. Games are still not over for the LCS either. Still getting pretty close here. So let me pull this up. So where are we? So LCS kind of fucking all over the place. But in round three, EG ended up beating Team Liquid and being the last team from North America to qualify for Worlds. It's a 5 game series. It was an ugly series, just like your ugly ex girlfriend, and she got fat, fatter than when you were having sex with her. You know what I mean? Like it was just ugly. So then on to the next round is going to be 100 Thieves versus EG. I think 100 Thieves wins this because EG has not been looking very clean, not been looking very good. So my guess is going to be 100 Thieves wins 3-1. I'll say that. And then whoever wins that plays Cloud9 in the finals. And then Cloud9 has just been ramping up all fine or all playoffs long and just looking good. So I think they're gonna ride that high, and then C9 wins 3-1, whoever they play against. So exciting. The 4 teams from North America that are going to be sorry, the 3 teams from North America that are going to be going are Cloud9, 100 Thieves, and Evil Geniuses. The places are not set yet, but I think Cloud9 can't get lower than second. So um, if I had to guess, I would say it's going to be Cloud9, 100 Thieves, and Evil Geniuses in that order. I don't think any of these teams are really going to do that well at Worlds. I think out of 3 of them, that only one is going to get out of groups. I think it's going to be Cloud9. I think that's also very dependent on who they get for a group, because if it's like let's see, for example, like a group could be like for pool seeds, like let's take a look. So for example, Cloud9 could get top esports, EDG, and then like, or I don't know how many, I don't know how that would work. So for example, they could get top esports, they could get T1, they could get EDG, they could get Damwon. Like, dude, that's gonna be tough. So if they get like they could get like, say for example they get top esports and Damwon in their group, that's like already like really hard chances to even make it out of the fucking group. Or they could get T1 EDG in their group. Like, dude, that's a pool 2 and a pool 3 seeds. Like, fuck, man, that's so hard. So I don't know. Chances of the North Americans getting even 2 groups or out of groups here is pretty fucking slim. So we will see what happens here. So don't uh don't get your hopes up this year, boys. So try not to put too many eggs into that basket, and then start picking a favorite LPL team right now. That's one thing I also wanted to talk about. Just wrapping up on the League of Legends topic was LPL. It's like kind of hard for me to find a favorite LPL team right now, but I'm kind of leaning towards RNG. I also like EDG, but um, I kind of just want RNG to win just because they had the win of NMSI last year, and then I also want EDG to win because they had, or sorry, top RNG won MSI this year, EDG won Worlds last year, so I kind of just like want them to win. But I don't dislike JDG. I think they're obviously a good team. They're best team in LPL by record, obviously. But I don't know. I'm I'm gonna say my favorite team from the LPL right now is going to be Top Esports. I just kind of like how they play and their players and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with them for now. It might change, but I will keep you guys updated on that. So that is going to be it for the League of Legends talk. And then the next thing we're getting into, I think, is going to be ESL CSGO. All right, so I have actually been catching some ESL, excuse me, CSGO games because they've been on. And again, I mentioned this a while ago. I'm trying to get into watching more CS:GO because I enjoy watching it and stuff like that. So it is currently season 16 of ESL, and I think the majors this year are going to be. Looking at the site right now. What are the majors this year? Let me just type it in. ESL Pro League. Du-du-du-du. Let's take a look. But I mainly brought this up because again, I want to try and watch more of it. So the majors this year are going to be in Rio, so Brazil, and then there's one in China, which I don't think they have announced where it's going to be. Yeah, they haven't announced where it's going to be, but it's probably going to be at the end of the year at some point. So it looks like season 16, and then it's Rio 2022, and then it looks like a China 2022. There's also a Katowice 2023 on here, and then they go into season 17. So I'm not really sure how this works. Um, I need to get more of an understanding of how this works and the season. Like, what do they do for the season? Is that kind of just like a regular season, like play, and then from that kind of play, it determines who goes into these big ass IEMs and stuff like that? Because they got IEM Rio 2022, IEM China 2022, IEM Katowice 2023, and then ESL Pro League season 17. So I'm assuming the and someone correct me if I'm wrong, the seasons are just kind of like long regular season play and it ends up determining who's going to go to these majors. But let's take a look. Yeah, so for Rio, IEM Rio 2022, it looks like it starts October 31st and then it ends November 13th. And then the winner of that automatically qualifies to IEM Katowice 2023. So let's take a look actually. So let's go to season 16. Okay, so for season 16, which is right now, the winner automatically qualifies to the Blast World Final in 2022 and IEM Katowice 2023. And then for Rio, how is it determined like who participates? I don't even know. I need to do like more research into how this fucking shit works, but I'm sure it's not too complicated, but I need to look into it. I mean, winner of Rio 2022 gets $50,000, which is, or sorry, $500,000, which is pretty fucking good. Um, but yeah, I think I'm going to be talking more about this um, in terms of bringing it up because I only really watch League of Legends as a um esports, so I want to try and get to more esports, and CSGO seems like it is really fucking fun and hype to watch. So I am going to be trying to get more into that and then watch more of it. So but I think I'm going to try and do a little bit of research to try and understand it because this IEM China 2022, like, is it happening? Is it not going to happen? Is it like, what's the deal? I don't know. Like, is that going to happen like in December or something? Like, because Rio is in October to November, and there's only 1 month left. So like, are they just like, or maybe it's just not happening? I don't fucking know. We'll see. Um, whatever. But I'll do a little bit more of a deep dive into that and see what the fucking deal is. But reason I brought it up is because again, I want to talk about it more, and I also want to pick a favorite team. I don't know anything about these teams at all, so I'm just going to pick random teams. I'm kind of leaning towards FaZe Clan because when I was first really starting getting into this, I was watching that IEM Katowice run that FaZe Clan had against Navi. So I think those two would probably be leaders for my favorite teams, which sounds kind of fucking cliche because like those are two of the best teams right now. But you know what I mean? I'm not gonna pick a random team that I know nothing about, and like I'm not gonna pick some fucking teams that aren't like winners. So I think it's one of those two teams. Again, I'll have to do a bit more research and maybe it'll change. I don't really know yet. We'll see. There are a lot of teams on here that I recognize in terms of like in other esports. Like for example, there's Fnatic, Big, Ninjas of Pajamas, G2 Esports, Team Vitality, Astralis, Complexity, Cloud9, Evil Geniuses, Furia Esports. uh, and Mouse, Movie Star Writers, and Team Liquid. But I don't know how any of those teams are. Truth be told, like I don't know if they're like good or whatever. Like, because I like Cloud9 as an organization, but I don't know how good they are. Um, and I don't know. We'll just fucking see. I don't know because you know what I mean. I like G2 and I like Cloud9, but those are from League of Legends, so they don't have any real fucking influence on CSGO. So I don't fucking know. But um, yep. So keep an eye out on that. I will be watching, trying to watch more CS:GO, trying to understand more, obviously, and then trying to pick a favorite team. But right now, I think it is tied between FaZe Clan and Navi. I think they're just both really head and shoulders above some of these teams on here, and they just look really fucking good. Um, what are the current standings? Does it tell me? I don't think it does. Maybe I have to go on Google ESL Pro League, and I'll go to liquidpedia.net, which is fucking perfect. All right, season 16. And does it say the standings? So currently, in Group A, Team Vitality is 5-0, unbeaten. Fnatic 3-2, and Navi is 2-3. So that's actually pretty fucking crazy. This Vitality team, where is? Okay, so Team Vitality is a French organization, and let's see here. They have two Frenchmen, two Danes, and one guy who's from Israel. I don't know what you would call that, but Israeli, I guess. I don't fucking know. But that's pretty cool. I don't know how the imports work in this league either. So like I don't know because like you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Maybe I don't fucking know how it works. Um, but that's pretty sick. So good for them. I like Vitality in League of Legends, so that's cool. And then Fnatic is kind of going into a deeper dive than I expected on this. So Fnatic is a UK and Swedish um, organization, and the guys on their team looks like they have a Swede, a guy from the UK, two dudes from Denmark, and a guy from the Netherlands. Yeah, so again, like I don't know how it works because in like League of Legends, like say you're in North America, you can only have two players who aren't like that don't have North American residency. Whereas here, it's like UK and Sweden, so it's like you have a guy from Sweden and then a guy from the UK, but then you have two Danmarks and then a Netherlands guy. So it's like, how does this work? I don't. I'm not sure how it works. And then Navi, let's take a look at them, which is Natus Vincir. They are Ukrainian and Russian, and they have three Ukrainians and two Russians on the team. So like that, I can understand where it's like, all right, you know, we don't really have any imports since we're a Ukrainian and Russian team, so it makes sense. What else do we have here? We got FaZe Clan, which is a North American organization, which is pretty cool to see a North American organization doing well in CS:GO. It's not really common. So it says their location is United States and Europe. Their region is Europe, apparently. I don't know if I can know. So they have not a single American on team. Um, so they have a Norwegian, uh, a Latvian, a Canadian, a dude from Denmark, and a dude from Estonia. So again, like I don't know how this works. Can you just do whatever you want? How does it work? Like we'll look at G2 Esports. It says location, Germany and Europe, region, Europe. And then they have two Bosnians, a Russian, an Australian, and a dude from Denmark. How do these teams work, dude? I don't get it. I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. We got Cloud9. So their location is, it says United States and Russia, but their region is Russian. So it's a fucking North American, um, what do you call it? It's a North American organization, but they play like in a Russian region. I don't fucking know how that works. I guess maybe it's just because I guess you can. And all of their players are Russian except for one guy who's from Kazakhstan. So I don't fucking know how it works, man. We got EL Geniuses. It's a United States North American team. They play in the North American region, and they've got two American players, one Canadian player. They got another guy who is from Bulgaria, and they got another guy from Kazakhstan. So kind of interesting. Kind of interesting how it works. Hmm. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated though. I'll keep talking about it, I'm sure. All right, on to excuse me. On to the next topic. We are talking about anime. So anime and manga. So on anime, I am relatively caught up on almost everything for this season. This is the summer 2022 season. I'm caught up on my Isekai Life episode 10. It's all right. Harem in the Labyrinth episode 9. It's all right. Black Summoner episode 9 is pretty good. I need to catch up on one, two, three, four, five, six other series. So I need to catch up on Isekai Oji-san, Call of the Night, Classroom of the Elite, Danmachi, Overlord, and Devil's a Part-Timer. So far, the series that I am enjoying the most out of this season are Overlord, Danmachi, and Isekai Oji-san. Black Summoner coming up in a second tier for that, but I think they're all pretty good. I think I'm going to go through and at the end of the season give my ratings on each one of them and what I think of. While I'm still watching them. I haven't really caught up on anything else really that got in my backlog. Like I haven't been catching up on JoJo's, One Piece. I'm catching up on My Hero or Big O, so I'm kind of slacking a little bit. But I think coming up soon, I'm gonna have a little bit more time to watch more anime. But we'll see. But for my anime recommendation of the week, I have not picked one, so I need to go through and pick one really quickly. All right, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do Kumo desu ga nani ka, and I will do that again without the actual fucking bullshit accent. It's Kumo desu ga, comma nani ka, question mark. It's roughly translated to English into "So I'm a spider, so what?" So this is another reincarnation series. I think it's pretty good. The animation is pretty good. I started it off by reading the manga. I had read the manga a while ago, and then a typical thing happened where I was reading the manga, and I noticed that it was getting an anime adaptation. I was like, "Oh, fucking weird! All right, haha." But I think it's pretty good. So let me read a synopsis here. The day is as normal as the day is as normal as it can be in high school as the students peacefully go about their everyday activities until an unprecedented catastrophe strikes the school, killing every person in its wake. Pretty fucking bleak, right? Guided by what seems to be a miracle, a handful of students are fortunate enough to be reincarnated into another world as nobles, princes, and other kinds of people with prestigious backgrounds. One girl, however, is not so lucky. Being reborn as a spider of the weakest kind, she immediately experiences the hardships of her dire situation. Even so, she must press on to survive the numerous threats that endanger her life. Discovering that her new world has a system like that of an RPG, she tries her best to hunt prey and defeat monsters to level up and evolve. As she gradually grows stronger, she hopes one day that her efforts will be rewarded and that she will be granted a better life. Kind of tells you all you really need to know. But the animation here is pretty fucking good. This came out in winter of 2021. Um, who was the studio? Studio Millie Pensy. Millepensee. So they did some other stuff. They did some Berserk stuff on here. So and then they did a bunch of other like slice of life like girly series, which I don't really recognize. So I don't really know this fucking studio at all, but it is what it is. Um Genres here are action, adventure, comedy, fantasy, mystery, isekai, reincarnation. Um, I think the series is pretty fucking good. It's gonna get another season for sure. It's got 24 episodes, so definitely watch it. Get your dick wet on this one. Um, I think the main character is pretty fucking annoying. Um, I just like her personality and like the way she speaks. I think is really fucking annoying. But I think it's pretty good. It's a nice fantasy series, a nice reincarnation series that isn't like super typical. So definitely worth checking out. I would definitely give this one a go, guys. It's got a 7.45 on my anime list. I'd give it maybe a 7.2. I think the second season is gonna be better. This is originally a light novel series, possibly even a web novel series. Um, Let me take a look. Yeah, so definitely check it out. So light novel series, they made into a manga, which then they made into an anime. I think it's going to get more popular as the seasons go on. So definitely keep an eye out on this one. Yeah, it was originally a light novel. So light novel has an 8.42 on my anime list. So I don't really read light novels, but it is a fucking cool series. So give it a try. A little bit different here, guys. So get your fucking dick wet. And then we are on to manga. I need to pick a random manga right now because I was not fucking prepared for this. I'm a fucking idiot. Let's just keep going. Random manga, random manga, random. What else do we have here? I want to try and recommend something that's not uh, kind of the same of what I have been recommending because I feel like I've been recommending very similar series for a while now. So let's see here. All right, I'm going to recommend this. This is actually getting an anime series, which I'm kind of excited for, but I'm not holding my breath on. It's a rom-com series, and it is called Fufu Ijo Koibito Miman. Um, Loosely translates to more than a couple, less than lovers. It is a rom-com series. Its genre is comedy, drama, romance, school life, seinen, and slice of life, which is not something I really read a lot and not something I really fucking recommend. But it's going to be getting an anime adaptation, um, and it is going to be getting what am I thinking? No, it's going to be getting an anime adaptation, and it's going to be pretty decent, I think. So let me take a look at the manga first and read the description. Jiro, a third year in high school, is forced to live with a gyairu, which is basically, if you don't know anime, gyairu is like a what they call like a gal or whatever. They just wear like a bunch of wild, flamboyant shit and like makeup, and they're like usually looked at as delinquents or whatever. Named Akari under. Okay, Jiro, I don't know why I said gyro. Jiro, a third year in high school, is forced to live with a gyru named Akari under a course called the Couple Practical. In order to be paired with their own romantic interests, they're going to act as a married couple. So it's basically like there's a school course that like tries to teach you how to be um, in a relationship, and you like act like you're married or like you basically live together and almost you're kind of married for like a certain amount of time. Totally unrealistic, but it's whatever. Um, Pretty decent here. I think I've read up to like 20 something chapters, and there's 51 currently um, translated on Manganato. Manganato gives it a 4.69 out of 5. I think that's a little high. I'd give it like a 4.3 on this. I think it's pretty interesting. The art style is cute. The premise is kind of interesting, but I don't think it's anything like, super crazy. I think it's got a rabid fan base online because of the cuteness. That's why it's getting an anime adaptation. Let me see if I can. Oh man, Goblin Slayer season 2 is coming out soon. Can't wait for that. Let me see if I can see where the Anime adaptation, what studio is doing it, when it's coming out, and anything like that. Because I did see a bunch of um, what is that called? Promotional like images and shit like that for it. Um, oh, I also did see that the next season for um, Ancient Magus Bride got fucking dropped too, so that's gonna be sick. Can't wait for that, guys. That means I just need to go back and finish the first season. Shit. I'll do that at some point. Where the fuck? It's got to be on here somewhere. I'm looking through this whole list. I can't fucking find it. Maybe I'm looking. I think I'm looking in the wrong fucking spot. Maybe it's winter 2023. Where is it at? God, I know for like people listening to this is just fucking unbearable listening to me fucking just be like, oh, where, what? Let me fucking see if I can search it up. F-U-U-F-U. Here we go. Okay, where is? Here it is. All right, there we go. All right, so I found it. It is going to be airing in October. Okay, holy shit. Um, what the fuck? It says it's set to air October 9th, 2022. So this is gonna be a part of the fall 2022 line. I totally looked over this. I don't know why I didn't fucking. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I didn't just look at fall 2022. I mean, fall 2022 gonna be a banger here, guys. So Chainsaw Man, Mob Psycho 100 season 3, got season 6 of My Hero Academia. I got Bleach 1000 Year Blood War coming out. Spy Family season 2. I didn't even finish the first season, so whatever. Blue Lock. I got The Eminence and Shadow. Um, what else do we have here? Got Reincarnated as a Sword, Golden Kamuy fourth season, Peter Grill second season. Dude, the bangers all over across the board. And then we've got this series, which is the More Than a Married Couple, but not lovers, or but less than lovers, whatever you want to call it. I think it's going to be a good series. So let me look at the anime adaptation. So this is a good chance to read up on um, the manga before this drops. You have a whole month. Super easy to read up to the current chapter. So the animation already kind of looks pretty good. Looks a little fruits baskety, but I don't know. We'll see. So it looks like the studio is Studio Mother. Never fucking heard of these guys in my life, but genres are comedy, drama, romance. Um, So we will see. This drops October 9th. So keep an eye out for that. I will be talking about this as well. Studio Mother. They also did some Ari Fuertes stuff. If you guys know me, I actually enjoyed Ari Fuertes, so I need to go back and watch that as well. Fuck, so much shit to watch. So this is probably gonna have some decent animation, but it's also a slice of life, so it has less action, so it should be pretty decent. But yep, so that's going to be the manga recommendation. I think that's coming up on the end of the episode, guys. It is Labor Day, so happy Labor Day to all. Thank you, Grover Cleveland, for the making this a holiday, and I appreciate it. You know, because everybody needs a day off from the jobs that they hate. So, um, guys, that is the Back to My Bone podcast. This was episode 14. Hope you enjoyed it. I will be back next week. No D&D update this week. We're still trying to figure out times for the new campaigns, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Whatever, it is what it is. But no bodybuilding update. So basically, I'm just going to take the rest of this year as the off season, start doing a bulk, maybe transition into a lean bulk, and then come back next year and really hammer down what I want to do with my coach, and then probably look for another show to do around the beginning of the year, probably spring, I think is when we're going to look to do another show. But um, Thank you guys for listening. Appreciate it. All of the links for my social medias, everything else, YouTube channels, down in the description below. Please like, comment, subscribe, review, all that bullshit. Share it with your friends. Really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great fucking Labor Day. Have a good time. Be safe. I will be leaving Denver very soon here and then on to the next episode in New England. I'm excited for that. I'm going to be leaving Denver here shortly within the next couple weeks. I will keep you guys updated and I am out. Fucking peace.